knows about the grind, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. Well. Happy Friday, Nasties. How you doing? Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. It's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan and Salas. Six Slice Benny in the producer's chair.
I like it.
There's no way. There's no way we're doing this.
Coop's traveling. Cover some hockey with Belsey.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they carpooled or he's on the bus with the team. I have no idea what Coop's doing, but he's in Lloyd. Hopefully he didn't take a Neil Citron.
Jesus. Well,
I think Bouchard took one last time.
I told you, there was someone in the nasty chat afterwards. It's nice to see. I was more pleased that someone who actually was listening to us and said, looks like Bush was on the Neo Citron again, something along those lines. Hey, you know what? F1 next year? Apple TV?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
We'll get to it with Tim Hauraney.
I wonder what that means. What does it mean?
Only in the U.S., though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100%.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, slam that thumbs up. Hit us up on the nasty chat. River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Let's tee up the show. Lots of Oilers in these first two segments. Oh boy. Highlights, lowlights. You might not want to be around for lowlights, but we want you to stay. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be ugly. Very ugly. It's going to be the good and bad and ugly on highlights, lowlights today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bent to the future. 140. We're going to do inside the numbers. Another parlay. Don't blame us for the parlay loss yesterday. Blame Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard. Don't blame us. That's on them.
Yeah, that was on them.
Yeah. 220 Tim Hauraney. F1 IndyCar Insider. Nailing the Apex podcast. TSN will tee up the United States GP that goes down starting tonight with some qualifying for a sprint. So it's going to be a fun weekend for sure. At 2:40, Dave Jamieson. Some sad news before we move on with the sports and here in the Edmonton media community. I know Tommy brought it up as well. John Sexsmith passed away today. Very sad news. My first year with the Elks, he was covering the team for Global. Had a lot of chats with him, a lot of good laughs. Just a great man. And it's crazy because, I'm in my 40s and I was watching him in my teens, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's crazy. What a career he had. Condolences to his family, to his loved ones, to all his good friends. And Jamo will join us to kind of reflect on the life of John Sexsmith and share some memories of him as well. And if you have him too, I mean, ITV to Global, he was with Global forever. Just a great man, a great media member, great in the community. Always covered the community stuff here in Edmonton and it was probably the best at it. Joaquin, you were here in the 90s with your Oiler days. I'm sure you crossed paths with Mr. John Sexsmith.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he interviewed me at one point. I remember him in the dressing rooms after games. But it's not as clear a memory as my interactions with him lately, right?
Yeah.
At certain events. I remember I went to go visit my friend. He was at a coaching clinic. Sexsmith was there. I saw him there, and he had just finished his first battle, and he was I'm not sure of where he was with his cancer, but things looked good at that point, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, everyone's had their family be affected by cancer in some shape or form. It's just sad. He was great. When I met him, he would always have time to talk and condolences to the family. Sad day.
Yeah, very, very sad day for Edmonton media, and everybody that grew up watching him, man. I mean, it's a lot of years, a lot of decades there for sure. Like I said, we'll have Dave Jamieson at 2:40 he was really good friends with Johnny, and he'll join us to kind of reflect back on his life, and like I said, share some memories of John Sexsmith. Like I said, Blue Jays tie it up. What a performance!
Wow.
Max Scherzer, amazing. I love when Schneider came to pull him, and he's like, "Get out."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming out of this game. Absolutely fantastic. Game 5 goes today. Check the time, 4:08 Edmonton time for Game 5. Kevin Gausman on the mound. Man, if the Jays can pull this off, that'd be damn impressive. But what a game last night. That was awesome to see. Vladdy Dinger, Jimenez again with a big dinger. So looking forward to Game 5 today. Thursday Night Football. Grumpy old man go to work. 7 touchdowns between Flacco and Rogers. Fucking wow.
I tuned in. It was just too much for me to handle, man. I was going back and forth, Jays and Oilers, and then I go, oh shoot, and then I saw Flacco throw, and I was like, no, I'll ask you tomorrow. So I didn't watch much of that game, kind of just because I was more intently watching actually Blue Jays first of all, and then the comedic errors that were committed by the Edmonton Oilers on the island was funny.
I didn't watch Thursday night. There's just too much sports.
There was too much.
I couldn't, and I had no interest in Bengals Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I saw the highlights. I saw the stat lines. Impressive for the old guys. Good for the Bengals, man. They're a fun team. They got Jamar Chase. You always want to see him in the playoffs. So before we get to the Oilers, the Grey Cup halftime performance was announced. Machine Gun Kelly, your thoughts?
All I know is that guy had a bunch of tattoos and he looks like he's wearing a black shirt.
And he dated Megan Fox.
And he dated Megan Fox. Yeah. They have a kid too, don't they?
Oh, I don't know. I heard they broke up.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Benny, you're younger. Machine Gun Kelly do it for you?
Yeah, like not really anymore. He used to be a rapper before he became punk rock. And his old rap stuff was all right. He had a pretty solid punk rock album, I want to say 5 years ago. Reed knows it pretty well.
Reed knows it?
Yeah. He said he was listening to it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it fits that type of music would fit. I think the genre for what a CFL, the crowd of the CFL. So I don't mind it. It's just I don't know. I don't really care for MGK anymore. But
I don't really know. Like I've heard his music and it's like country, rock, rap. Like so I don't know what genre he is.
Well, it's kind of like Post Malone too, right? Post Malone was like R&B to rap to country music. Like,
yeah, all over the place.
I think more artists are just doing this.
I think they're just bored. I think
try something else.
Try something else.
Yeah,
like they've done especially Post Malone. He ran pop and hip hop and rap and all that stuff. He was a killer and just like one of the most like high successful people when he was doing it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go do it in country now.
Yeah.
So
I'll give kudos to the CFL. I know, obviously, we know what they're doing. They're trying to attract a younger fan base. Enough with the old bands and the old school music. I'll give it a chance. Just like every halftime show, Super Bowl, Grey Cup, I'll never dog it because they put a lot of work into it. And just enjoy it for what it is. And if you don't like it, don't watch. It's that simple. Some news from the LA Kings. Kopitar listed week to week with a foot injury.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, so that's too bad in his last season. All right. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, my friend.
You don't want to talk about Max Scherzer looking like Billy Chappell from For Love of the Game last night?
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And the eyes.
Yeah.
Different colors. Telling Schneider to go take a seat. He's not coming out of the game.
Yeah.
He was awesome, man. That's the competitor. That's the teammate I want.
That's what Schneider said. I wanted to see Mad Max, right?
Because when they broke the huddle there at the mound, Ernie Clement was laughing. Like saying, all right,
okay.
Yeah, go sit down, manager.
I wish I would have done that to Mac T with Angry.
I'm not coming out.
I'm not coming out.
Just don't leave the crease.
Yes, you are. Okay.
Oh, man. Do we have to talk Oilers?
Yeah, it's just one game. We can break down the game. It's not.
Well, everybody was, why everybody thinks, we break down the games here. It's sports radio. That's what we do. It doesn't mean we think certain players are horrible. Or some were horrible last night. Plain and simple. We'll talk about it. A couple players stood out. Sure. Game was there for the Oilers. 2 guys stood out for me. Matt Savoy, thought was excellent.
Excellent.
And Stuart Skinner kept him in, man.
Kept him in it. And I didn't mind Adam Henrique's game.
Yeah, he was good.
He played the right way. Simple, straightforward.
Yep. I agree. I did
Battled.
I didn't mind Nuge. Nurse was pretty good until a couple of boneheaded plays in the third period. Stetcher struggled. I'm not getting to the obvious ones. Just
I didn't like Draisaitl's game.
Nope.
I didn't like Connor McDavid's game.
Nope.
And of course, I didn't like Bouchard's game.
Nope.
Your three pillars, your core guys. That can't happen, man. You can't have all three. Like, again, I've been harping on this simplified kind of game, and then the skill takes over after a while. And they're making it so hard on themselves. Like Leon trying to pick, sometimes you just have to get it on net. That's all you got to do, right? Just hit the net with it. So many times you're letting goalies off the hook by missing the puck. And, he had a couple times on his side, one timing it. Missed the puck, missed the net by like a couple feet at times. Like, just hit the net. Make it so even if the goalie saves it, there's probably going to be a rebound there or something, right?
Exactly. Like Bouchard -3, McDavid -3. Not good enough. We're 4 games in. Yes, I know it's early. McDavid, 0 goals. Bouchard, 0 points. It has to get better. Ike Howard played 8 minutes. I think after this road trip's done, he's going to go down to Baco and get some quality minutes. But it's plain and simple, okay? And nothing, Ike Howard, he hasn't done anything wrong. It's just the way it's going to work. That's what I see coming, okay? Bad penalty by Frederick that led to the winning goal. It's a stupid penalty. Too many penalties for this team.
Too many stick infraction penalties. If you're going to take penalties, get them for over-aggressiveness hitting guys or something, Like the stick between the legs and tripping and hooking, that they're referred to in the business as lazy penalties.
Yes.
Unless you're pulling down Horvat or who's the other guy? Barzell on breakaways. Well, you got to be able to control. You know what a penalty is at this point. Do I agree with it a lot of times? No. But if once it becomes like into the belly, like parallel to the ice, the refs are just going to call it. That's the way it is. Any slash on the hand's going to call it. Like, take the extra stride.
Yeah, there's so much to get. Special teams, 1 for 4. They got 1 on the power play. PK, 4 for 5, but they gave up the game winner. Sloppy. I thought the second period was a good one for them. They took it to... Oh,
yeah, they had him hemmed there for a while. I think they had a full line change in that, and they've iced it. But then that was the killer instinct there. Like, win the draw at that point. You got these guys dead tired, and they got it out and got the change. You got to... more attention to those types of details, right?
15-7, they outshot him in the second. The execution and effort is still questionable. I'm sorry, it is. Like, they can't execute, they can't make passes, turnovers galore. The last power play the Oilers had in the third period when it was 2-2 was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I'm Knobloch, after 1 minute, I'm like, get the hell off the ice. No, I'm serious. Like, enough is enough with these guys. Like, if they're not going, Knobloch, give the other guys a chance. They want to show you they can score on the power play. They didn't even set up in 2 minutes, Joaquin.
Yeah. Lazy.
No one wanted to win a puck battle. It was just awful. Awful. You knew the Islanders were gonna capitalize on one of their opportunities, and they did eventually on the power play.
Well, that play by Connor, like, what are you doing? I mean, you're passing it. You have the puck in the slot with the goal, like Big Save Dave's looking like, what's his, I don't know what he's a fish out of water at that point. Like, he's diving back the other way.
Benny, can you bring up my screen?
And you're passing it to a guy that you usually have more points than by Christmas than he has in his whole career. Like, take the safety off, Connor. Let her buck. Let her fly.
I just don't. I don't get it. We're gonna watch it right now. This is part of highlights, lowlights, by the way. So just let it. You can try. All alone.
Boom. Look at Big Save Dave. He looks like Denny Lemieux in that bad game in Slapshot, all over the place.
Well, I'll pause it right when it comes.
Boom. The goalie is down. He just hits it.
He doesn't even attempt to shoot. And look at Stetch. Stetch is not even ready for it.
Well, I wouldn't be ready for it either. It's Connor McDavid. like Connor McDavid in the slot with the goalie prone. Like, what are you kidding me?
And then McDavid yells, "Shoot at Stetcher."
Shoot. Oh man, I was like, what are you doing?
Like, this is
Like,
just...
let me ask you this. Is Connor McDavid's confidence level low right now? Everyone goes through it.
He looked, I'll be honest, they panned to him a bunch of times, and he looked frustrated at himself, shaking his head. There was one moment late in the game where Nurse just dumped it in, and they had a good cycle, and you hear someone say, "Come on, man." Then there's that photo of them on the bench of the video, and McDavid's shaking his head. Draisaitl's arguing with one of his teammates. Like, they're frustrated. But I'm sorry, McDavid and Draisaitl have not been good. Like, we just showed you, McDavid is all alone in the slot. Big save Dave doesn't know where he is.
He's on his feet, like he fell down. He fell down. How are you not having a look to see where the goalie is?
And then you're passing to Stetcher.
Again, Stetcher.
I understand if it's Hyman, Draisaitl, Tomashek, but you're passing it to, you're the greatest offensive player in the game, and you're passing it in that spot.
Oh, you're taking up my moniker now, hey?
What's that?
You just said greatest offensive player in the game.
Well, the greatest player on the planet, right? When I saw that happen in real time, I swear to God, I yelled. I yelled, "Shoot the effing puck at the top of my lungs." Like, I was like, what are you? And then some people were like, well, it was bouncing. I don't care.
I think even Louis said shoot the... No. Was it Louis? Was it on the bra? Louis said shoot the puck.
Like, what are we doing?
Oh, man.
Good thing he wanted to score more.
Yeah, that was...
Unbelievable.
It was terrible. Again, you're passing it to a player that you've have more points in half a season than he has in his career. I haven't looked, but it's probably pretty close.
It's concerning. And Hernan, it's 4 games. Okay, but we can only talk about 4 games. That's all we've seen. They've scored 10 goals this season, Joaquin. Okay?
Look, I don't like a guy that, at the beginning of the year we were talking about how are you going to replace these goals, right? Someone's got to do this, and the biggest question mark was McDavid. Is he going to get back to flirt with 50 again? Because that brings them back to where they were last year, right? And I'm sorry, but you can't have that type of attitude of not bearing down and putting the puck home when you have a chance and trying this pretty little. And even if Riddick is in good position there, say he's on his feet and challenging McDavid, which he's not. He's in the blue paint, laying down on his side. Why aren't you not ripping that? Like, that mindset has to change. Like, you look at all the best players in the league; they're all shooting that thing. Yeah. And you're not even even if he was in good position and you're making that 5-foot pass, you're actually making it easier on the goalie because the angle's worse for Stetcher at that point. Yeah, it was a horrible play by McDavid, and the puck was rolling like crazy. Mm-hmm. And he gave a grenade to Stetcher.
So they have 10 goals, 5 goals at evens, 3 on the power play, 2 empty netters. Do you know how many 5-on-5 goals they have, Joaquin?
Not enough.
4. That's
Jeez.
1 goal a game, 5-on-5. And listen, a lot of us here, I know Reed and I have had this discussion, and a lot of you have had this concern. Listen, Kapanen, I have no issue with Kapanen, Frederick, Puckholden. They're out there. They do what they have to do as a third line. Good. But these guys are not goal scorers. They've never have been. They never will be. Okay? They'll chip in, sure. Can we get 8 to 12 from all 3 of these guys? Yes. So it's just this team can't score. The rookies, and I'm not putting it on the rookies, but donuts across the board. Okay? So where are the goals going to come from? Nuge has had a good start, sure. Mangiapane's had a good start, sure. McDavid's sitting at 0. Draisaitl, it's a good start for him. We've seen better. But where are the goals going to come from? I'm still concerned. I don't care if it's only 4 games in. I just read you how many even 5-on-5 goals. They have 4. They get opportunities, but they don't have elite finishers outside of their top dogs.
You're passing as a guy with 10 years in the league with 22 goals. Right? Come on.
it's unreal, man. Listen, it's one game. They'll probably bounce back tomorrow, and we'll be talking about a 6-1 win by the Oilers.
But we will.
Yeah. Of course. And we always give them their props when they're deserved. But yesterday was frustrating because you had a team that had won. You had their backup goalie. We had Steven Rosner on, Stefan. He says, yeah, this team can't score. They can't keep the puck out of their net. Their special teams stink. And look at what happened in the game.
But he said they play fast and they're close. Like,
yeah.
Maybe you think this was a little bit of a case, thinking that it wasn't going to be as hard as they thought it was going to be.
But enough is enough with that mentality, Gager.
Well, it's not the mentality. Yeah. And we saw that. That's the identity of the Oilers a little bit, right? They almost need everyone talking poorly about themselves or about the team.
Yeah.
And this guy's not playing well. They have to lose a few, and then they use that fuel to shut everyone up and start playing as a group together. So, but I just wonder, when is that going to change? That's a sign of an immature team that needs that type of motivation to get things going.
Like, at least you saw frustration from McDavid and Draisaitl, because they're the ones that are going to lead the charge here. And they're frustrated. I don't know if they're frustrated with themselves or they're frustrated with their team and all that. But there is frustration. Up next, we're going to continue to break down this game, look ahead to tomorrow. But we're going to do highlights, lowlights, and we're going to have to show Bouchard. I think Benny, what did you say on the postgame show about Evan Bouchard?
I said that sorry, I don't think it's might. I think it is. Evan Bouchard's worst game is an Oiler.
Yeah.
I truly I've defended Bouchard. I think I support Bouchard more than some others, but there's zero defending what he did last night. Zero. Like, he was god awful. And there was nothing redeeming from him.
And to be clear, that doesn't mean that we here on EST Afternoons think Bouchard sucks. Blah, blah, blah. We're talking about his one game that was played yesterday, and it was awful.
Yep.
And we're also going to look at a positive from the Edmonton Oilers. This is one of their goals. It was a great play. It was a beauty finish. Highlights, lowlights coming up here. Hey, slam that thumbs up. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. River Cree Unbox, of course, always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off. Available 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. And, of course, our wonderful presenting sponsor here, Play Alberta. You want to sprinkle some money? All you got to do is deposit $50 for a $50 free bet or a $50 casino bonus using promo codes EST50, EST Casino, EST Sports. Highlights, lowlights. You won't want to miss it. That's up next here on EST Afternoons.
The Elks are in action to keep their playoff hopes alive tonight. They take on the Lions in BC. Fajardo is behind center for Edmonton, Rourke for BC. That game gets going at 8:30 tonight. Catch the Green and Gold pregame show with Matt Iwanek and Jay Milne to get you set for the game. That starts at 7:30. To the majors, the Blue Jays have a chance to head back to Toronto with a series lead as they were down 2-0 to Seattle just 2 days ago. Kevin Gausman gets the mound for the Jays. Bryce Miller for the Mariners' first pitch is at 4:08. And later today, the Dodgers and Brewers series continues in LA. The Dodgers have a chokehold on the Brewers as they lead 3-0. First pitch, 6:38. And for the Orange and Blue, the Oilers continue their road trip as they head back. As they have back-to-back this weekend. Edmonton will take on New Jersey tomorrow at 1:30. But before that, tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Hernan, Salas, Joaquin, Gage, and myself to get you set for the action. That game gets going at 12:30. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Catch some double league football action this season. The Elks have their final home game of the regular season, October 24th against the Stamps. Tickets start at just $20. Get your tickets now at goelks.com. Highlights, lowlights on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Hockey insider and analyst is Luke Gazdick from Sportsnet.
But I've liked Tomasek, man. Big body, grinds it out. Same thing, protects the puck pretty well. You need a dog on that line that is going to go get pucks and just get them there. Like, I love Fred Frederick, but he probably could have had 4 goals. So you need someone to start finishing as well. Protecting a puck and doing all this and get pucks back is good, but you got to produce if you're on that line.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports. sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help?
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll. Don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
The Alberta Snowmobile and Power Sports Show is back October 17th and 18th at the Edmonton Expo Center. See the 2026 lineup of sleds, ATVs, decks, GMC trucks, gear, and accessories. Meet 13-time X Games pro athlete Levi Lavallee. Presented by GMC. AlbertaSnowmobileShow.com.
EST Afternoons here from the William Huff Studios, west side of the city. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, 6 Likes, Benny in the house, as well as Coob is traveling to Lloyd. Call from weekend games.
All right.
Well, Benny, did you eat 6 slices of pizza at the meeting?
I did not. Okay, I did not. I've had 5 slices. One of them was all crust. That is my defense. It was all. I thought I was doing one for the team. Okay, yeah. By taking a crust slice. Okay, but now I'm the bad guy.
Well, you and Coop,
I guess,
and Dusty.
And Dusty.
Well, yeah.
Smitty the Welder says it's not just one game; it's every game so far with Bush. It's true. He's had one bad turnover every game, but he's settled down and played all right.
It's Bush.
It's Bush.
It's Bush. Like, this is Bush. This is Evan Bouchard. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get offensive brilliance, and there's rare. I've never seen a player. Have I? Maybe I have. I'll have to rack my brain about it. But I've never seen a guy who makes a mistake. When he makes a mistake, it is so huge, and then it usually results in a goal against. Yeah. He's almost like a goalie.
Yeah.
Like, when a goalie makes a mistake, usually ends up in the back of the net. When Bouchard makes a mistake, it is usually massive and results in a great scoring chance. And,
he took it to a new level yesterday.
Yeah, that was seriously. That was elite.
That was eliteness when it came to
But Skinner bailed out his team a lot.
Yeah, and we're gonna see it.
Yeah.
And the NHL gave him two giveaways. I don't know what they were watching, but it was bad. And we're gonna get to it. Sorry. It's part of the way this thing goes. When you flip it over, Benny, can you make the screen big just so we can get eyes on it at live? All right, let's go to it. This is a low life from last night. Very, very bad. We're just going to talk through it for the people listening. We'll do our best to kind of explain. So here we go, Joaquin. Oh, is it playing?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, that one, he tries to force it. Boom. Stick lift here on the second one. Gets his stick lifted. Another great opportunity. Gager, what are you seeing?
The thing that...
This one's bad.
This one just... But you know what? In most cases, you wouldn't see him fight that hard to get back.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find the silver linings here, but man, I don't... just didn't have it. Just one of those games where a guy just has a really, really bad, even by his standards of giveaways and stuff and recognition on the defensive side, like right there, if you shouldn't be trying to close off the wall on the on the Horvat goal, like the first breakaway goal.
Yeah.
Like, why are you stepping over when you see that guy leaving the zone? It's a 50-50 puck with, was it Barzal and the Nuge at the wall?
Yeah.
And Barzal makes a great play there, but you got to recognize that. You got to shoulder check. Too many times letting guys go in behind you. There's probably a lot of video being shown to Bouchard today. Like, then there's Skinner bailing him out again.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you want. That's what your goalie's for. And I saw some people saying Skinner has to have one of these breakaways. Both great shots by the players. The Barzal goes barred in. Horvat just a laser over the blocker with a perfect shot. And I love everything Stuart Skinner did proper. He just got beat by a really good shot there. But he also bailed them out numerous times before that on correctable mistakes made by your D-man, which can happen.
No, and on this goal, the shorthanded, like, we can rewind it back, but they started here, the clip. Bouchard, like, turn your head, use your eyes, like, the lack of awareness.
Look at how far away Nuge is from that puck. Yeah. Like, it's when I look at it now, it's more 80-20, right? Bouchard should be backing up at least in the middle of the ice, right? Like, you should be inside the dots for sure. It's a monumental blunder right there.
Like, look where he is, though. And he knows Nuge is probably not going to win that race.
Well,
I know it's fast game, Gager. Happens fast.
Pajot passed it. Sorry. Great at recognition by Pajot. He's like, what? This is Christmas came early here, you know? But yeah, like, you look at the positioning on this, it's absolutely ridiculous to not realize, well, what if this guy just tosses it into the middle here?
Look at all the room.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
You can't be that far over.
Yeah.
You know?
It is crazy. That's good, Benny. We're going to play another one soon here, but it's like with Bouchard, and this is what you get. Like Gager just said, when he's on, he's brilliant. He's brilliant offensively. He's engaged. He becomes the butcher. And there's nights like this where you're scratching your head and you're like, the lack of intensity, the lack of awareness, the turnover. And listen, I know he's an offensive defenseman, Joaquin, and they tend to turn the puck over a lot more because they're always trying to make a play. But sometimes you just got to eat it.
Sometimes I think it's a virus throughout all the top end skill of the Oilers right now. Handle the puckitis, and it's okay to be a little bit selfish. It's okay that it's not the perfect play every single time. You know, straightforward. If you got nothing, better to put it into an area where let's regroup and go at it again than giving up a really good scoring chance. Because look, you said it before. You're playing the Islanders, team that hasn't scored. You play a team that's feeling it and has some guys that can finish.
Yeah,
this game's over in the first period,
and that's why we're giving credit to Skinner because he made 3 saves off his turnovers,
and huge saves, massive saves by Skinner to keep this, keep the Oilers in it again. This has been, if you really look at it for the Skinner. This is what I said. Let's take 10 games of Stuart Skinner. We have 3 that we've looked at. One mistake. One big mistake cost him the game, right? Still got a point out of it, remind you. And gave your team a chance in the shootout to win. Multiple chances. Couldn't get it done. Really unbelievable game. Won it for them. And in this game, hard to say he didn't give. All you're doing as a goaltender, if Stuart Skinner is giving his team a chance to win every night like this, I mean, come on. He was fantastic in that first period.
Yeah. And listen, I know there are some people saying Bush got benched. Bush got benched for the last 30 seconds of a power play. That's it.
Yeah.
He didn't ride the pine. He led the team in ice time for defensemen.
Yeah.
Gager, I know you don't see top defensemen on teams get benched a lot, but because there was about a minute left in the first period, and they panned to the Oilers bench, and Ekholm and Mark Stewart are encouraging Evan Bouchard on the bench, knowing he had it. And that's what teammates do. That's what coaches do. But is there a moment in that game where you're like, because it didn't stop, it just wasn't as bad as the first, where you're like, Bouch, you're gonna sit here for a bit. You're just not feeling it tonight. Or is Knobloch's mentality, Joaquin, that he's so good offensively he can turn a game at any moment?
I think there's a bit of both in that, right? It's early enough where, if you do sit him, it's not the biggest deal. But I think if we've looked at the body of work over the first little bit, you haven't seen a stellar kind of a good game for 64 Bouch. And maybe you're trying, come on, get out of this. We know what you're capable of, obviously. Get out of this rut. And there's something to that a little bit as well.
But there comes a point, I guess, Joaquin, is what I'm asking. You play the game where to keep playing them to get out of the rut, sometimes it's just not your night. And it wasn't Bouchard's last night.
No, yeah.
Right?
And maybe if you talk to Knobloch off the record and had a beer with him, he goes, yeah, maybe I probably should have just said, you know what? Let's try to win this without Bouchard, because he's got, if Skinner's allowing goals, you're pulling him, right? If he doesn't have it, you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's obviously a different position, but Bouchard's a liability every time he's out there right now.
Now, listen, the last power play in the third we mentioned, it was atrocious by all 5 guys on the ice. The concern about this team is that we're 4 games in and they've yet to play a game where you're like, man, that was a good game. Like, sure, New York was kind of boring. It's kind of meh. When Vancouver, sure, probably their best game so far.
That was a good game. That was a really good game.
But again, they're not scoring a ton. There's just, I don't know what the word is. I know I was talking to Reed about it and we couldn't really figure it out. There's something missing right now with this team. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out. I hope some of the Nazis can come up with a word that makes sense here, because there's just not enough there right now from this team.
I thought that Vancouver game was something else. Again, I gave credit to Thatcher Demko because it looked like the Oilers weren't going to score, right? And they were, after the game before, there was a little bit of a mean on, and I felt that they did perform really well throughout the whole lineup. But yeah, it seems to be getting into this offensively anyways. There's this mindset that you got to pass it into the back of the net, and the one thing I thought about on the dog walk today was, where's those, obviously Hyman's not there, so he's the one that scores within those 6 feet goals, right? Corey Perry, same type of thing. He was always in there scoring those rebounds, causing havoc.
The only guy doing that right now is Thomas.
You need more than that.
Yeah.
You need way more than that. You're making it so easy for a goaltender knowing that there's no one else in front and I don't have to worry about where the rebound goes. There has to be a subtle adjustment to simplistic hockey. I know I've been saying that a lot, but this was another instance last night where I thought guys were playing like it's men's league.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think the concerning part is the leadership group of this team. What did they say in training camp? We want to start better. No, you're 2-1-1, but you're not playing a consistently good game. You've been sloppy in every game outside of Vancouver.
Like I wouldn't, obviously, I'm sure Oilers fans wouldn't like the record side of things, but looking at the team, even if they were to have, say they were 0-4 right now, but if there was like a solid hard effort throughout, I probably wouldn't be as hard as I am now, just because of the way that they're playing. It's not, and there's a long ways to go. I realize that, but you just think that with the players that have been here for the last number of years, they would have figured this part of the game out.
That's and enough. Sorry, guys, but I'm not buying any more excuses. There's a lot of new guys. Oh, well, deal with it.
Hey, the new guys, Savoy he was, other than Skinner, he was probably one of the Oilers' best players.
Yeah, Tomaszek's been fine. Ike Howard in limited minutes. He hasn't hurt the team. He hasn't been great either, but he's just been good and something expected from a guy playing his first year pro. Sure, Philip has a goal. Yeah, the excuses go out the door now, man. It's time to... You want to start better, then start better. Stop being so damn sloppy. That was and this is not just all on number 2. A lot of players were sloppy. A lot. Darnell was having a good game, Joaquin.
Yeah.
And there's one play in the third where he goes behind the net. He knows Stetcher's to his left, but he has the guy right on him, and he reverses it to him. Like he knows he's there.
Yeah.
Like boneheaded plays. Like and it's different if it's Emberson. I'll give him a pass, right?
But Emberson's probably not making that play because he knows to keep the puck in front of him, right?
So it's going to be interesting tomorrow, man. New Jersey's always tough in New Jersey. They're always high-scoring games for some reason there. And it's probably going to be, would it be Pickard or Skinner? Because they're going to split. So would you go Skinner tomorrow?
So when's they play tomorrow and then
Sunday.
And Sunday? So New Jersey and then Detroit. I might start Pickard and then give Skinner the next one.
Okay. I think I'm good either way.
I don't like they've both been good.
And we're taking over tomorrow, eh? The three of us, pre and post game show.
Pre and post game show. EST Afternoons with the fill-in producer goes to.
We're in for Slacker Tom and Slacker Cass and Slacker. Well, no, Benny's the producer.
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly show. Let's show a highlight here, so we end on a high note.
Okay, let's do that.
This is Nugent's goal. I like the play by Emberson. Nothing too fancy here, but let's take a look here. Gager. Puck goes up the ice. There's Leon Neon who needs to pick it up a bit. Gets poke checked there, but a heads up play by Emberson to find Nugent. What a finish by Nugent.
Yeah.
Like there was no deflection on that. There was absolutely nothing. Just a heads up play by Emberson as Draisaitl turned it over on a poke there. Boom. And then he finds him right there. And then a good little side move by Nugent. And then just that shot when it's on, there's no one better, eh?
Oh, yeah. I was just happy that he didn't try to drop it back to the point or something like that. But no, this is what you need. Straightforward. The one thing we've talked about Tomaszek a lot of the times is his ability to drive the net. It was nice to see someone take a few steps and rifle it home. Like, don't let goalies off the hook here. Great shot by Nuge, by the way. What's he got? 4 points now?
Yeah, he's been good, man.
He's been good.
He was in the gift shop yesterday. I didn't think he was terrible. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Enrique was good. Enrique made some good plays on the PK, man. He was outstanding.
Yeah. We talked about the Savoy play, the patience to do that.
Yeah.
Most guys would be, yike, get it out. No, I was really impressed with that one. That was awesome.
That was good stuff. All right, on the other side of the break, we're going to do Ben to the future. His first go around. I don't know what the confidence is in Ben here.
I don't know.
Zach's only failed once, Benny, so you got to keep the streak alive. So we're going to have some fun with Ben to the future. Now we'll continue the NHL talk. We got to put together our parlay. We're going to talk some F1 with Tim Hauraney, and we're going to have Dave Jameson join us as well. Of course, we got to tee up Elks lines tonight. It's going to be an outstanding atmosphere there. The Elks look to keep their playoff hopes alive. Also, we need the Riders to beat the Bombers tonight as well. Reminder, Matthew Wanig, J. Milne, the Green and Gold kickoff show gets going at 7:30, and then they'll jump on close to midnight for the post-game show. So Edmonton Sports Talk's all over. Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Fired Up Fridays are here. Prime rib all day from $20.99. Tankards of Coors for $9.99. And killer deals on White Claw and Ole only at the Canadian Brew House. We're back after the break.
The Elks look to keep their playoff hopes alive tonight as they take on the Lions in BC. Cody Fajardo gets the start for Edmonton, while Nathan Rourke is behind center for the Lions. Kickoff goes at 8:30. But make sure to catch the Green and Gold pregame show with Matt Iwanek and Jay Milne starting at 7:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. To the majors, the Blue Jays have a chance to head back to Toronto with a series lead after being down 2-0 to Seattle just 2 days ago. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Jays while Bryce Miller starts for the Mariners. First pitch goes at 4:08. Later tonight, the Dodgers look to finish off the Brewers as they hold a commanding 3-0 series lead. That game gets going at 6:38 from LA. And for the Orange and Blue, the Oilers continue their road trip with back-to-backs this weekend. Edmonton takes on New Jersey tomorrow at 1:30. Be sure to tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Hernan, Salas, Joaquin, Gage, and myself starting at 12:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood the Duke. Locally owned and operated since 1993, they're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood the Duke. the experts you need to know. I'm going to take a crack at Zach to the future on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
If there was more splendor to go around for everyone, that would have been welcomed with open arms.
Did anybody go home hungry? I wonder.
Yes,
Men
LT.
did. Really?
I won't lie. I did go home and eat a little more when I did get home.
Well, there you go.
I did.
You guys had a post-staff party meal.
Snack.
But Lieutenant Eric and Trev both said they went home and they ate some.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
This is like an anaconda taking down a pig.
Good old Nuge Reno. I like that one from McDiesel. Nuge playing some good hockey. Hey, listen, we're breaking down one game. Tails telling me to calm down. I will not calm down.
No.
Not calming down here. Not up in here.
No.
Hey, we're live from the William Huff Studios. What's your guys' faith in Benny passing Zach to the future? Nasties, let us know. Will he pass? Will Six Slice Benny pass?
Six Slice Benny.
So stupid. You know, next time we get pizza, you and Coob, there's going to be eyes on these.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Unjustly.
Unjustly.
That's a word, yeah.
Okay, so I have 7 questions. Some are clips, some are just straight up. We'll give you one multiple choice. You have one wild card. You can go to the Nasty Chat or you can ask someone in the office. They have to come in here and get on the mic and give you the answer, okay?
I would probably go, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Rita.
Is your dad listening?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
You can go to your dad too?
Yeah, that's definitely a play.
He's an old dog like Gage and I.
Loves
He's
movies.
Friday. He's probably 10 beers deep.
He holds off on the beers until he gets home.
3:30?
Yeah. Blue Jays game. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's trashed.
Yeah.
This text says, the sloppy number 2 can ruin your evening. He meant Bouger.
I know.
Yeah.
What's missing on this team is heart and drive and playing with cojones.
No,
And playing cojones out hockey with passion, then try to skill opponents more than try to dominate and outwork them.
I mean, maybe it's just my desire to see a team how I would try to construct it.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhere in between like a highly skilled game and just a blood, sweat, and tears game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but the Florida Panthers are a perfect hockey team for me.
They lost yesterday.
Finally.
I know.
But somewhat like the LA Kings, their first Stanley Cup team, they were big, they were fast, and they all played. There was a a little bit of meanness and naughtiness to their style of play, but it was so hard to play against.
Yeah. All right, are we ready to go here?
Yeah,
let's test my board though, because it's always eventful when Hernan's trying to figure. Oh yeah, that's really
loud. I will turn that down.
gosh.
That's even loud for me.
Sorry.
Gage,
everybody.
kick us off.
Okay, Benny.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gage.
Who is the Oilers' all-time leader in shutouts with 23?
Okay. This is something that's up my alley. I just gotta factor this all in. Okay. I feel like Grant Fuhrer would when he just let in too many goals. Well, you know what I mean. He was
Greatest goalie ever.
He was always the make the big save. Like it doesn't matter how many you let in, just make the one that wins them the game. Well, that era it was a high scoring era. Okay. I'm gonna go Billy Ranford.
You got to say final answer.
Final answer.
We were looking for another one although Billy was a roommate, Tommy Salo.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Jen Cool in the Nasty Chat, Gager, LOL. Thanks for that, Jen. I'll continue to cry after the show.
No one's in double digits outside of Tommy Salo. Goes to show you how underrated he was.
Yeah.
Dude, he was top until the Olympics that year when he let in that long one.
Yeah.
He was top 5 best goalies in the NHL by far.
You know how many Grant Fuhrer has, Benny? The greatest goalie?
2.
He has 9.
Oh wow! Okay.
In his career.
I was.
Tommy Salo had 23.
Who has is it Brodeur that has the record?
How many does Ranford have?
I don't know if it's Brodeur. Is it? He probably.
He's got like 50 some, right?
Got to.
Yeah. All right. So, not off to a good start.
No, I don't expect to pass this.
Not a good start for old Six Slice over there.
Six Slice Benny, here's your second question. This is multiple choice.
Okay.
Who was the first kill in the first Scream movie? Was it Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, Drew Barrymore, or Rose McGowan?
You may as well have spoke a different language to me.
That's a good question.
It's a great one.
Reed gave me that one.
Did he?
God. Okay. How many questions do you have for me?
7.
Okay, I can't use Reed yet. This is multiple choice.
Yeah. Who was the first kill in the first Scream movie? Here are your options.
Yeah, read them one more time.
Nev Campbell,
okay.
Courtney Cox, Drew Barrymore, Rose McGowan.
Okay. I remember. Okay, the first kill. That was in the first movie. So I know it was a girl that answered the phone.
Yeah.
All the girls on this list are girls. Yeah. They're all girls.
Okay. It was a girl that answered the phone. And I remember the window. The name that rings a bell is no, I'm not going. Courtney Cox. Final answer.
Courtney Cox was the reporter. We were looking for Drew Barrymore. Barrymore.
Yeah, because she's at home by herself.
Yeah.
I remember the scene. I couldn't tell you the name.
Because it was kind of a shock that she was in the movie, and then she only lasted like 30 seconds too. That was the bit. What?
It's a great scene, though.
Great scene.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Benny. Who was the captain of the Montreal Canadiens in 1993?
And the reason we're asking this, my friend, is because they're the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup that year.
Okay, who was the captain of that team?
Yes. He was a friend of 2 guys and a goalie?
He was.
He
came on,
during
didn't he?
COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a big gap.
That was a big gap.
I'm so bad with even sports wise. 90s is such a blur for me.
I know, it's hard.
I don't remember it very well.
Like it's hard, Benny, so don't feel bad.
No, I know. Wow. I can't even give you.
I'll give you a hint. He wasn't an offensive guy. He was a 2-way guy, but he was one of the best to do it.
He also played for the Dallas Stars.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Played for the Dallas Stars.
And didn't one of the Dallas Stars married his daughter?
Yes.
Is that right?
Jamie Benn?
This
Turco?
No.
I'm just throwing names.
Yeah, you're really.
This I might be off on my era here. I want to say Guy Carbonneau.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
We got a winner!
Let's go.
You better not.
Yeah, better not be looking at the nasty chat.
I do. I swear to God, I did look. I used Guy Carbonneau in NHL. He had an icon card, and I was trying to remember I'm pretty sure he was a captain. The two-way thing gave it away too. I knew he was a good defensive centerman. So.
All right. You told me to ask you a rap question. Here it comes.
All right. Okay.
Name a Canadian rapper or group from the 90s.
Okay, so they had to have
Like
released
a rap group.
A rap group from the 90s.
Or a solo artist.
So they would have had to release, what's the criteria here?
They just have to have a song, man, that played on Much Music back in the 90s. There's a lot of good ones. Even Reed knew one. Reed's not a rap guy.
I didn't think you'd go Canadian on me here.
Wow.
I don't, I could have told you 2000s and up.
Let your backbone slide. Let the rhythm rip. That was terrible rapping, by the way. Do you know who that is, eh?
Yes, I do.
Man.
Chris Cross is not Canadian, Jen.
You try to cover.
There's got to
hover.
There's
A
got to
roast.
be.
Fake a flag, then I run a post. Toast. I'm the most.
Informer.
DEF's how it goes.
Oh, what's that guy's name? Wait, no, I don't think he's Canadian. Is he?
I don't know, buddy.
Who rap Ice Baby?
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I'll go Vanilla Ice.
Final answer?
Final answer. He's not Canadian?
No.
Nah.
You could have went Cardinal Official, Maestro Fresh West, The Rascals, Swollen Members, Dream Warriors, Choclair, The Rascals.
I've never heard of
Snow.
No X's or O's or tic-tac-toes, LTTinos.
Organized Rhyme with Tom Green. Jack Dior.
I couldn't do any. Those are all random names to me.
I like Maestro Fresh West.
Oh, he was so good. He was in BC when we were there with the Elks, but I couldn't get a picture with him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they had security around him. I didn't want to get tackled.
He had security around
Yeah.
him? For what?
Well, they had like people with him. And I didn't want Chris Jones to yell at me.
Oh, well.
Okay. We got to get to our audio part of the show. So Reed said this would be really hard.
Okay.
But let's see if you figure it out. Here, Gage, tee it up, please.
Here is a movie clip from the 1990s.
Okay.
And since pizza was a big...
yeah. He should get this for sure.
Yeah. Here we go.
Dude's got 30 seconds. Give me that. Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Do you know what? Well, you know it.
I'm thinking, would I get that?
Yeah, it's hard.
That's hard.
But think of because there's not a lot about movies that had to do with the people involved in it loving pizza as much as these mutants.
I can give you I don't know if that gives.
I'm so bad with movies. Like
April's the reporter.
I'm bad with movies. Flat out brutal.
Michelangelo.
The bad guys are the Foot Clan.
I was going to say Shrek.
It's funny. My friends can tell me the movies I've seen before I can name them. Like I genuinely have, I'm bad with them.
Still drunk on pizza over there.
Jeez. You're not doing too well.
Okay, but Reed knows the answer, so I can't go with Reed, right?
Oh yeah, you can.
But do you want to save it?
No. This isn't a multiple choice one. Like I may as well I would have a horrible guess. I'm going Reed Wilkins.
Okay.
I'm gonna need Reed.
Okay.
Do you want me to go grab him?
Yes.
Okay.
This would be hard for Reed, I think.
Well, Reed said he probably wouldn't have got it if he didn't see the answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But now he knows. Time's up. $3 off. Oh, Michelangelo, man. That movie's the best. That's the best Ninja Turtle movies ever, eh?
I think there's I don't know if it's a new movie or a video game, but the premise looks cool. Yeah. Really cool. Because it's Leonardo's the leader, right?
Suppose he's the more mature one.
Yeah. So I think Leonardo.
Because Donatello and Michelangelo were kind of goofy. Raphael's kind of the moody one. Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
Oh, is he?
I don't know what to do here, guys. I know the answer.
Okay.
I was listening. But guess what little Benny said at the start of this segment?
What?
Oh, I'm only going to use Reed. I would only use Reed for such a prestigious thing like Zach to the Future. What do I do? You forgot I was here.
You were late today. You were late.
It's okay. I'm the glue guy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, baby.
Nice.
Okay, I'm not even joking. That was literally my guess. When you guys were saying, "Oh, this is a pizza reference," I was like, "Oh, is it was gonna be like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?" Like, sure enough, wow, I would have gotten it.
No, he wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't.
I swear to God, I was literally gonna make a joke. I was like, "Oh, or was it gonna be the Ninja Turtles?"
Yeah. Wow. All right, guess the song. Here is your clip.
There's no way I can tell you the name of it. I know it.
Artist or song will take as answers.
I just know how it goes, but I couldn't tell you the name or the artist. Like,
what a classic, eh?
Oh yeah, what was that? Cruel Intentions? You ever watch Cruel Intentions with?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
So I used my lifeline.
Yep.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm done. I for some reason Freedom is screaming. I don't know. The song title is Freedom. I don't know.
Final answer? That's a horrible. It's a Bittersweet Symphony, baby. By The Verve.
The Verve.
I know
the Bittersweet
Symphony. All right. Oh, you better get this one, or Reed's not going to be impressed with you.
He's probably very mad at me.
It's not Limp Bizkit, Big U. But you know what? Someone said Oasis, and I
thought it was Oasis for the longest time until I saw the video.
Very similar. Okay, your final one. We're playing Scary Movie, like the song of the movie, like the theme song coming in.
Okay.
You better get this. Here we go, Benny.
Oh, okay. Jaws.
Yeah!
I'm not like that.
You knew that.
It was
you didn't know
the 50-year-old anniversary of Jaws? A few months ago.
Yeah.
I told you I rewatched it.
Yeah.
It still stands up, man.
Oh yeah. It's not 80s, but it's close enough.
70s.
70s, late 70s. Yeah. Well, Benny,
I failed. 3 for 7, I think.
3 for 7.
Guy Carbonneau, Jaws, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Wow. I probably like honestly, I'm not even joking. I was guessing. Suck. I was going to guess Ninja Turtles because of the pizza reference. I was literally going to. And then I was like, it'll be a stupid guess. It wouldn't be that obvious.
It's okay, Benny. You're young.
It's all right.
It was your first go around, buddy.
Yeah.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
That's
you did.
If you
well.
would have treated this like a large pizza, you would have devoured it.
6 slice, Danny Thompson.
A medium pizza, which is like actually a personal size pizza. Neither here nor there.
All right. On the side of the break, continue the Oilers talk some Elks as well. And we'll put together our parlay. So to come, Tim Hauraney, Dave Jamieson on EST Afternoons. The Afternoon Inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Hey, check out some shows this weekend. 18th and the 19th. It's Nazareth, Canadian Farewell Tour down at the River Cree. All you got to do for tickets, go to the River Cree box office or hit up rivercreeresort.com. We're back after the break here for Hour 2, EST Afternoons.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Len Suter.
Dustin has dropped the ball terribly when he doesn't order enough pizza for the crew. Sometimes in a leadership role, you have to have these serious discussions. Where he starts is probably taking the entire crew out for dinner and then just make sure the next time he orders pizza in there, he does it right. We'll get him straight.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The Alberta Snowmobile and Power Sports Show is back October 17th and 18th at the Edmonton Expo Center. See the 2026 lineup of sleds, ATVs, decks, GMC trucks, gear, and accessories. Meet 13-time X Games pro athlete Levi Lavalle. Presented by GMC. AlbertaSnowmobileShow.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
The Elks are fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive tonight as they square off the Lions in BC. Cody Fajardo starts for Edmonton, while Nathan Rourke goes for the Lions. Kickoff is at 8:30, and you can catch the Green and Gold pregame show with Matt Iwanek and Jay Milne starting at 7:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. To the majors, the Blue Jays have a chance to head back to Toronto with a series lead after rallying from 2-0. A 2-0 deficit against Seattle. Kevin Gausman gets the start for Toronto. Bryce Miller for the Mariners' first pitch goes at 4:08. Later on, the Dodgers look to close things out against the Brewers as they lead the series 3-0. First pitch from LA is at 6:38. And for the Oilers, the road trip continues with back-to-backs this weekend. Edmonton faces New Jersey tomorrow at 1:30. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Hernan and Salas, Joaquin, Gage, and myself starting at 12:30. Once again, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. The sports update is brought to you by Capital Care. Financial supports deeply affects residents at Capital Care. Whether it's a one-time donation or a monthly contribution, every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. Inside the Numbers coming right up here on EST Afternoons. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
We're back here on EST Afternoons, hour 2. It's been a fun hour 1. We broke down the Oilers 4-2 loss to the Islanders. We did Ben to the Future. That was a lot of fun. And still more to come. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne from 3 to 6. Then the Green and Gold kickoff show for the Elks Lions at 7:30. And then us three are back tomorrow for a 12:30 pregame show. And we'll have your postgame show as well. Hit us up on the nasty chat. River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Slam that thumbs up. A little slower today. It is Friday. Wonder what people are getting up to. Maybe people are hitting the establishments, Joaquin, to get ready for the Jays game at 4.
You know, part of me loves this weather, and I wish that it's great actual patio weather when the heaters are on. It's a little chill, but watching a game outside, jacket. Used to do it all the time in Germany. Yeah, but I could see people hitting an establishment or getting ready for.
I would not sit in a patio in this weather.
Come on, toughen up. Jeez, it's 10 degrees. It's perfect.
No, not for me.
You sat on the sidelines.
I have sensitive skin.
What did you do during Elks games? It was colder than this.
It was never this cold. It's a good. No, yeah, I froze. Yeah, for sure, man.
My gosh, man.
Hey, let's get to courageous moment, Joaquin. It's gonna be a good one today. Courageous moment brought to you by Alberta Blue Cross. Every great place starts with courage. Alberta Blue Cross is proud to support Albertans through all life's meaningful moments. For the second segment in a row for courageous moment, I got to go to the Blue Jays. How about Max Scherzer, man?
Love it.
Hasn't pitched. He wasn't in the lineup for the first series. He hasn't pitched in over 20 days. Comes in there, goes into the sixth inning, tells the manager to go sit down. I'm not coming out. And it was just awesome. Like, what did you call him? Billy
Chappell.
Billy Chappell, man, from the love of the game. He was awesome. His interviews after the game were awesome with Big Poppy and Jeter and all those guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been great for a long time. Like Reed was talking about, he's one of the top pitchers of all time. Isn't he?
He's one.
I heard another thing. You know, you know how many teams he's getting paid by this season?
No.
4. He's making over $70 million this year.
No wonder he's so happy.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy too. But that could be his last performance, and what a way to go out, man! What a way to go out.
Yeah, that was awesome. Just courageous at his age to go out there and do what he did in a high stakes game like that, and needing to win. Because if not, it's probably done. And he just pitched an absolute gem. The bullpen came in. They were just okay. Again, they make me nervous. The Blue Jays' strategy here is if your pitcher they got to go as long as they can go because that bullpen is not trust. You cannot trust that bullpen. So Max Scherzer gets our courageous moment for the Alberta Blue Cross. Quickly, I was thinking about the Elks game tonight, Joaquin, and you played pro, and a lot of our Nazis played sports, and it doesn't matter what level. These are the games you live for.
When it's all on the line, man. You know, and that's. I mean, we've talked about Oilers, but maybe that's partly it. They've played in so many crucial games that the fourth game of the season, the regular season, might be a little tough to get up for a little bit, right? Shouldn't be. Like, you want to play the right way, obviously. But yeah, when you get, what do they say? What's that saying? Pressure is a privilege.
Yes,
right?
It is.
And it is a privilege in the way that you've put yourself in a position for great things to happen. Not unlike Max Scherzer last night, right? There's just these certain moments that allow you in sports to be great. They're absolutely fantastic to be part of. And when you come out on the proper side of things, man, does it ever feel good.
And like our guest John Hodge said yesterday, the Elks are going to have to score some points because BC scores a lot. They haven't had a lot of success there, but I'm really looking forward to this game. I love Friday nights in BC. The weather won't be an issue because it's indoors. The roof will be closed. There's no excuses. Defense has been really good for the Elks. Special teams has been good. Vincent's been a little off lately, but he'll bounce back. It's just the offense. McSimic, you got to get more creative. I mean, Rankin's a star in this league. Just feed him the rock, and some of these receivers are going to have to make big plays. So it's going to be an interesting game. Earlier, it's going to be Sask and Winnipeg. Of course, if you're an Edmonton Elks fan, you are cheering for the Riders who will be sitting out. A lot of their players, they'll also be missing some players due to injury. Dembski out for the Bombers, but this is a big game for the Bombers as well. Tomorrow, Calgary, Toronto. You need Toronto to win that game as well. Tom Gazzola will be on the sidelines. Dusty's calling it tonight down there in BC. So it's going to be a fun Friday. Kind of afternoonish, Blue Jays into the Elks game is going to be fantastic, man. Then Dateline, does it get any better than that?
I guess not.
Hey, quickly on the Oilers, I pulled up this stat. There's only 2 forwards in the top 35 in the NHL when it comes to leading in time on ice. Do you know who those 2 forwards are, Joaquin?
2 forwards that lead in ice time?
They're in the top 35.
Top 35?
The top 33, the 33 of the top 35 are defensemen. There's only 2 forwards.
Connor and Leon?
Yes. It's not sustainable. It's not. No, it's early and these guys are fresh, but get them off the PK, man.
Don't you? Everybody wants to play. I get it, right? But do you think there's something about pulling the reins back a little bit with Connor and Leon? Like having them just that desire to get out there a little bit more, and that would be increased by just cutting back their time on ice a little bit.
Or how about let other guys show you what they can do? Like perfect example, guys, that third period power play. You knew 30 seconds in, nothing was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, get off. You're not working. You're just dumping it in. There's no effort. And I don't care. Throw Henrique, Savoy, Frederick, whoever the hell you want on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you they would have set up and they would have got some chances.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just tired of it.
I know, but it's
just kidding.
But a lot of times it works, right?
Yeah.
So I understand the decision making of it all, but
don't cry, Gage.
No, I got something in my throat. I think maybe this is a good question for Belzy, and Benny, you can ask him this. He's a coach. Like, if you have that dynamic duo, but at the beginning of the season you're going through. And you know what happened in the last few playoff series, right? You were looking for people to contribute, and when it went dry with the big dogs, you kept going back to it. And Connor McDavid even said, we keep doing the same thing and banging our head against the wall. And you could take that any way possible, but every other team seems like they have some unsung heroes that step up and score. Like Brad Marchand stepped up huge. That and who can do that on the Oilers? Is
Hyman?
But Hyman plays with McDavid usually.
Yeah.
So
no, it's because no one else gets out there, man.
Like I really like, and I'm not saying this is going to happen or anything, but when you're getting honest efforts and good play by certain players, sometimes they need to be rewarded too, not just go back to the status quo. And I look at Savoy's game. He's a regular NHLer from so far, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I want to see after 10 games where he's at, but up to this point, that guy deserves more ice time with the decisions he's making, the poise he's had, the chances that he's actually generated, although not tons, but he's had some pretty good looks as well. I reward him. You're looking for some from it, and it really, when you look at it, Connor and Leon aren't really scoring that much. So what are you doing?
That's what I mean. Let other guys step up. Let other guys say, hey, coach, I can help too when these guys are not going. But there's no opportunity for that. And 4 games in, they're the only 2 forwards in the top 35 in time on ice. The only 2. Boldy's the other one, but he's just outside.
Yeah,
like it's not sustainable.
And when you really, I like the Oilers' depth this year of what they can do. Like, I don't have a problem with throwing their first line out or their fourth line out against other teams' top lines. Like, I think they're good enough to defend,
Yeah.
and actually counter them a little bit. Like that Frederick line should be able to go up against any other line in the league.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not a coach though, but maybe you want to see maybe the fact that those guys aren't where they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're worried about that a little bit. You want to see those guys get going.
Do you guys? We won't do the parlay right now. We'll do it after JMO. But do you guys have your picks ready?
I will.
Okay. Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Rankin,
I have a couple in mind.
Rankin 200 yards.
No, it's just NHL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know that.
I know.
Afternoon Inbox presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino, home to the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, it's 50% off the entire menu, and it runs from 5 p.m. until close. Up next, we hit the track. Finally, we can watch a race at a normal time. It's the United States Grand Prix from Texas. Tim Hauraney joins us next on EST Afternoon. Slam that thumbs up.
The Elks look to stay alive in their playoff race tonight as they take on the Lions in BC. Cody Fajardo will start for Edmonton while Nathan Rourke leads the way for the Lions. Kickoff goes at 8:30 with the Green and Gold pregame show featuring Matt Wannick and Jay Milne starting at 7:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. In the majors, the Blue Jays can head back to Toronto with a series lead after climbing back from a 2-0 hole against Seattle. Kevin Gausman gets the start for the Jays while Bryce Miller goes for the Mariners. First pitch is at 4:08. Over in LA, the Dodgers look to finish off the Brewers as they hold a 3-0 series lead. That one gets underway at 6:38. And for the Oilers, the road trip rolls on with back-to-backs this weekend. Edmonton takes on New Jersey tomorrow at 1:30. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Hernan and Salas, Joaquin, Gage, and myself starting at 12:30. Once again here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Tim Hauraney on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Lock
The
Shop.
one thing I will tell you, you guys are in for an absolute treat tonight because this Matthew Schaefer kid.
That's what you were saying yesterday, buddy. You love him.
Well, I told you he played over 26 minutes. The next defenseman on their team was like 18, less than 18. Tony D. I think the books were way off on the Calder because it's been rejigged from 17-1 to 4-1.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love,
just bigger
and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Got your rally cap on? So do we. Get your home base ready with Sentinel Storage and cheer on Canada's team. Let's go Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll, don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. How you doing out there? What are you doing this weekend, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of sports, that's for sure.
A lot of sports.
Obviously,
lots of Oilers.
Can't wait for the NASCAR race. Whew. It's going to be unbelievable, Gager.
If you want you know what I'm doing this weekend?
What?
If you never got a chance to get one of my autographs while I was playing,
yeah,
I am going to be at for Ford dealer days.
Okay,
I will be at the Ford dealership, 5121 Gateway Boulevard, Kosh Ford, from 1:30 to 2:30 with some 8x10s.
Sunday.
Nice. Yeah.
Look at that. You're a busy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come by. We'll look at some Fords.
Nice. Just ahead of Tim Hauraney. Tim Hauraney, our first guest of the day, Joaquin.
Yes.
And he is brought to you by Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And I think we got him. I wonder if he's down there in Texas.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I listen to the Apex podcast. That's how I know.
Joining us now on the Old Country Towing Hotline, our good buddy, Tim Hauraney. Tim, are you down in Texas?
Yes, guys. So I have a listener, so I know who that one listener is.
Tell us, it sounded horrible, Tim. 3:30 wake up call?
Oh, buddy. I was up at 3:30 a.m. to get to the airport so I could just get through like security and all the hassle and everything so I could make a 7 a.m. flight.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Tim, you've obviously been there before. What's your favorite kind of food to hit up while you're in Texas?
Wow, you know what? Like, you guys are going to make fun of me here, but I'm on the fat guy diet. I've been eating salads. And, I know, it's super boring, honestly. Like, it's funny. I went out for dinner last night with Aston Martin, and I was there with a bunch of their employees and everything, and also a couple folks from the media. And I was with, I don't know if you guys, Lawrence Barretto, he works for F1 TV, and him and I know each other really well. And everyone's like, oh, the waiter's like, what are you going to have? And I'm like, I'm just going to have a salad. And Lawrence looks over, he's like, mate, just a salad. And I'm like, yeah, guys, like, listen, I don't want to get too personal here, but like, I'm on a fat guy diet. And, like, you know, I got to watch what I'm eating. Everyone just starts laughing at me and stuff. And everyone's eating like filet mignon and lobster and all this stuff.
Well, Tim, it's hard to look as good as you do. So I appreciate you.
Oh, dude, I got a long way to go to keep up with you guys.
Oh, boy.
Jeez, Lawrence could use a big plate of Texas barbecue. Probably weighs more than him, doesn't it?
Actually, I don't know what Lawrence got. I'm trying to remember what he got. I think he got like the ahi tuna.
Oh, really?
With like a risotto underneath it. It looked really good, to be honest with you. This restaurant they took us to was like really like, oh man, the food it looked delicious, and I just wanted to have so much of it, but I'm just like, no, that guy died.
Tim, let's get to the race. It's a sprint weekend. We'll get some qualifying this afternoon here for the sprint race. I want to start with the McLaren boys here. They've locked up the constructors here. Piastri, I don't know if we call it screwed over, but it's Gage and I are feeling bad for him lately. What do you expect out of the McLaren boys coming up in this race?
Well, I think it's a good question. I was talking to Piastri yesterday, and it was funny because they had discussed what happened in Singapore between himself and Lando Norris the following week. It was sort of like a closed-door meeting between himself, Zach, Andrea, some other people from the team. And what they had come to the conclusion was that Lando was at fault. He did take responsibility for it. He owned up to it. But on the flip side of that, next time this happens, there's going to be consequences, apparently. But none of us know what those consequences are. It will be sporting in nature. It won't be financial. But why wasn't it not sporting then in Singapore? Because if you're looking at whatever papaya rules are, and it does mean no contact, but when you actually have contact and nothing happens, then what are these repercussions that are going to happen? So I was just with Zach Brown, and again, we all asked them, we wanted to know, like, what are these repercussions that you're talking about? He wouldn't even elaborate on it either. So just, I mean, really, I think the more McLaren as a team, I think, gets involved in this championship between the two drivers, I feel like the more it's going to get in both drivers' heads, if that makes any sense.
Tim, I was listening to the Smash Hit Nailing the Apex podcast, and you had mentioned something interesting that I wanted to ask you about. Is with Andreas Stella, it sounded like he's sandbagging a little bit, saying McLaren's not going to do well here. But you had mentioned that this McLaren vehicle is really good on tire deg. It looks like it's going to be very warm down there. Is this a case of McLaren saying, "Oh, they're not going to be good," and trying to sandbag what's really going to happen over the weekend?
Well, I think there's going to be two parts to this for the weekend. One, I think there's going to be more teams that are involved outside of just Red Bull and McLaren. I do feel Mercedes has figured something out. I think they will play a factor. And granted, we haven't really seen everyone's true pace just yet. Free practice one that happened earlier today, that's essentially just teams doing long runs, seeing where the balance of the car is on those long runs, getting an understanding for the hard tire. Is this something that they're going to want to use later on in the weekend? And not necessarily seeing what performance runs actually look like. It's still really challenging to tell who will be the quicker team here. I was speaking with Laurent Mekies just a couple of hours ago, and I think one of the big things with Red Bull is the fact that they're taking this thing as a race-by-race endeavor. And they're not really thinking of the big picture in terms of the drivers' championships. They're thinking more in the terms of how do we make this car faster everywhere we go. If you're McLaren, though, I think for McLaren, they're starting to look over their shoulder a little bit at Max and Red Bull, starting to hunt them down and make inroads on their performance. And when Andrea Stella says that they're worried about Coda, he's not necessarily saying that they're going to be at the back of the pack. Mm-hmm. However, he does feel that this is going to be a track that's going to challenge them, and it's going to be hard to actually come away with a victory when you have the likes of Red Bull and Max Verstappen, and also Mercedes and George Russell.
Tim Hauraney, F1 IndyCar insider from TSN and Nailing the Apex podcast, joining us here. He's live down there at the race in Texas. Tim, I guess I want to ask, what kind of strategies do you see this weekend forming for the top teams here?
Yeah, it could be an interesting one because there is a tire offset.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a jump in compounds. So for folks who don't know, there's a range of 5 different types of compounds. They're called C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5. And depending on the tracks you go to, Pirelli will make the distinction of whether or not it's going to be a C3, C4, C5, which would lead them in the softer region of tire compound, would be more degradation. The cars would be quicker. However, for here, you've got like a jump in a tire. So you've got like a C1 for a hard, and then you've got a C3 and a C4. And so you're missing out on that C2. So the difference between those 2 tires or those 3 tires is going to be like, is this going to be a 1-stopper, or can someone push it to make a 2-stopper? So I think there will be a few different strategies that will come into play here this weekend. Honestly, like this track every time I've been here, it's thrown up a really exciting race.
Yeah.
And so I think for this weekend, I think we are going to get that. Plus, you factor in the driver's title as well with the three battling now.
Tim, Colton Herta, interesting. So looking to get more points on his super license. Could we see him in an F2 car here soon, or is this something that they don't want to get into?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we could have some Colton Herta news soon. And I say the news that we probably most likely will get is which teams he's going to race in Formula 2 and what type of testing and what does his program look like for Formula 2. So I think for Colton, as it is now, I mean, it's going to be a daunting task, even though everyone's like, well, it's just another race car. But it actually really isn't just another race car, because he's having to learn a new set of skills in terms of learning how to keep different types of tires alive. So more management. He can't really do what he always does in IndyCar, which is attack and be really aggressive and not really worry about tire degradation and drop off in terms of performance from the tire. With these Pirelli tires, they drop off massively, even in Formula 2. And for a racing driver, you have to learn how to hold yourself back from being too aggressive, which you naturally want to be and chewing through the tire. You have to learn how to be a little more conservative. How do you like massage the tire? How do you bring it to life? And then how do you make it last over a race distance? So these are things that he's going to have to sort of reprogram in his mind, like what he has to do. And it's not an easy thing. Like I can't stress that enough about just how difficult it is for these drivers to really get a good grip and understanding of these Pirelli tires. It's really, really difficult. And it's like what I always say, when drivers get into F1, like it usually takes them like 3 years before they actually really have a good grasp on the tires and how the cars sort of work as well. So, I mean, he's definitely going to have his work cut out for him. There's no question about that. But, I mean, it's going to be exciting either way if you're an IndyCar fan or if you're a Colton Herta fan, that's for sure.
Tim, Charles Leclerc won last year at this race. So where do you see him this week? Will he be this weekend? Will he be in the mix here when it's all said and done? How do you see him faring in the Ferrari?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, he didn't have a great session. Like FP1 did not go well for them at all. I think when we see how frustrated like Charles Leclerc has been getting at Ferrari, you hear like a lot more of a change in tone and just seeing him yesterday, like he answering questions, he just seemed exhausted. Like already he's coming in to do another round of these questions and he's like, oh, same old kind of things. I want to be talking about performance and making sure we're going quick and that kind of thing. So I think for Ferrari and for Charles, like vibe check, I think they need a good solid weekend here or in Mexico. They were competitive in Mexico last year. Ferrari was, and I don't see why they can't be competitive here, but there's just so much lack of understanding at this moment with their race car.
Tim, great stuff. Thank you for taking the time. You're down there. You're pretty busy. But we appreciate you like always. Enjoy the race. The races, as we'll have the sprint tomorrow, qualifying today, and then the big one on Sunday. Enjoy the race, my friend, and enjoy your salads in Texas.
Yeah, will do, buddy. I got more salads coming.
All right.
Thanks,
Tim.
guys.
All right, Tim. Tim Hauraney, F1 IndyCar Insider for TSN Nailing the. I just love how he breaks it. Like the Colton Herta stuff, is it like the tire wear? Like he's got to get used to the like it's amazing.
They get into it on Nailing the Apex a little bit. And it's more so like that learning curve. He talked about like 3 years. So he gets to an F2 team because he needs more points to his super license to get to F1. But then there's just retraining this driver who wants to take on that task of getting him ready and going through the pitfalls of learning a new car. Sonny Hayes did it pretty good, but
because I watched a lot of IndyCar this year, and it's true. Like they push, there's more pass. So he's gonna have to dial that back. Like it's such an interesting trans. Everybody thinks they'll just jump in the car and go.
Well, when you watch a race, it's like, well, okay, push. So then it's be aggressive, take all you can out. But then it's also getting the tires into their optimal the temperature and position too, right? Like,
and that's why it's impressive with Kyle Larson from NASCAR, who can jump and race in the Indy 500.
Yeah,
like because that's completely different. Completely. All right, that does it for our little racing segment we had here. Coming up next, the one and only, everyone's favorite, our good buddy Dave Jamieson joins us here on EST Afternoons.
The Elks are in action tonight, looking to keep their playoff hopes alive as they face the Lions in BC. Cody Fajardo gets the start for Edmonton, while Nathan Rourke goes for BC. Kickoff is at 8:30. The Green and Gold pregame show featuring Matt Iwanek and Jay Mill will be starting at 7:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. To baseball, the Blue Jays have a chance to return to Toronto with a series lead after battling back from being down 2-0 in Seattle. to Seattle. Kevin Gausman takes the mound for the Jays. Bryce Miller for the Mariners. First pitch goes at 4:08. Later tonight, the Dodgers will look to wrap up their series against the Brewers as they hold a commanding 3-0 lead. That game gets going at 6:38 from LA. And for the Oilers, the road trip continues with back-to-backs this weekend. Edmonton takes on New Jersey tomorrow at 1:30. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Hernan, Salas, Joaquin, Gage, and myself starting at 12:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. On the other side of the break, Dave Jamieson. Following the final segment of the EST Afternoons, I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. Two bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
The Alberta Snowmobile and Power Sports Show is back October 17th and 18th at the Edmonton Expo Center. See the 2026 lineup of sleds, ATVs, decks, GMC trucks, gear, and accessories. Meet 13-time X Games pro athlete Levi LaValle. Presented by GMC. AlbertaSnowmobileShow.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll, don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
We're back here on EST Afternoons, rolling along nicely here as we head into the weekend. Reminder, Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up from 3 to 6. And then at 7:30, it's the Green and Gold kickoff show as the Elks are in BC to take on the Lions. Not Reed Wilkins, Matthew Wanig, Jay Milne will get you ready for all the action. They'll be back later tonight with the post-game show. But now we're going to be joined by our good buddy, Dave Jamieson, here on EST Afternoons. First of all, Jay Milne, how you doing, my friend?
Well, it's thank you for having me on. It's a tough day for sure.
Yes.
When we got word early today that John Sexsmith had passed, for those, I was fortunate enough to go up a couple of days ago and visit him and get a chance to say goodbye. But, John was my closest friend in Edmonton. We'd known each other. And it was a funny thing that we would end up in this position because I hired him and then had to fire him, not for anything he did. And so our relationship goes way back to when I was the program director at 630 CHED, and we were just starting out, and we got the Edmonton Oilers radio rights not long before the start of the season. So we needed a host fast. And, it was funny. I heard John Sexsmith's voice about a year before I met him. I moved to Edmonton, and I was punching around the dial. My boss was driving me around, showing me the wonderful sights of White Avenue and the Purple Onion and all those kind of cool places. And I said, hey, I'd like to hear some of the, I want to hear radio. Let's turn on the radio. Of course, the first one was a Halsey commercial, take your tummy to Italy. And then the next voice I heard was, when we went to K97, was John Sexsmith. Yeah. And he was a bright young guy with a good voice, and he wrote really well, and he was funny, and he was part of a morning zoo. And great interplay with the host and the co-hosts. And so when we needed someone, I got Ryan Hall to reach out, find him. This is before you could, DM someone. And we set a meeting, and he came over to the station, and he shows up again. I've never seen him. We're not online looking at somebody's LinkedIn. And he shows up, and he's ripped jeans, and he's got a great tan, and he's got this great hair, and he's got these made-for-television teeth. And we sit down, and John always made notes, kept notes all the time and ideas, and he came prepared of what he would do if he were the host of the pre and post game show. And of course, he'd worked on Hockey Night in Canada in stats. I mean, this guy knew his stuff. He played for the Notre Dame Hounds. John is a hockey guy. I mean, he was coaching, took his kids hockey team to the Golden Bears game last Friday. So he was a hockey guy, and this was a dream job for him. And I was won over in the interview. It turned into a conversation, which ultimately turned into a friendship. But I have to tell you, as we left the my office and went downstairs, I'm walking him out of the building, we're chatting. We get to his car, and John was very meticulous about his appearance, about his house, about all of it mattered to John. And his car is clean, but the roof is badly dented, but nowhere else in the car are there dents. So I'm a year into living in Alberta, and I say to him, John, I'm from Vancouver. We only know rain. And I know you guys get hail and storms, but this looks like a really specific hailstorm here, like just the roof. And he goes, no, that wasn't a storm. My buddies and I were dancing on it at a party. And I went, oh yeah, I like this dude. And I like this dude for many, many years. And of course, when I was at the Eskimos and he was at Global, John was a storyteller. And John just didn't want to come down to the dressing room and stick his mic in a scrum. He'd do it because it was a job, but he really liked telling the stories. Mm-hmm. And so it was not uncommon for me to get a phone call from John and he'd go, hey, I've got an idea. And I would go, okay, pitch it. What do you want to do? Do you think Ricky Ray would go with me, to K-Days, whatever. And we would do it, and it would invariably be a very compelling story, a lot of fun. John had a wonderful sense of humor, and he was a storyteller in his professional career. He was really good at it, and he loved telling stories of not just Oilers and Eskimos, but amateur sports. He would be prouder of those than he would be for stuff that we might know him for.
Jim, I was talking with Joaquin off the hop about John Sexsmith, and it's I'm in my 40s now, as you well know, and it's amazing his run in media. Not many get to do it for that long and be that consistent and that great. And from watching him as a teen to dealing with him my first year with the Elks, he was down there every day at practice, and like you said, looking for stories, interesting players that had background stories that would entice the Edmonton, the fans and the viewers and all that. But just the run he had here, he was one of the greats.
Oh, he really was. It's hard today to be talking about him in the past tense. Yes. But John was, and I should tell you, he has a deep tie to the Edmonton Eskimos, Elks, but he was the co-PA announcer. When I got there, it was John and Randy Kilburn on the mic. Okay. And John had left to, I think, go on to Global, if I've got the timing right, the cadence of all of this. And he loved the team. And prior to my arrival in 1998, John was the guy who wrote and edited the media guide for several years. So he was deeply invested, knew the history of the team, knew, kind of how it all got built and how it all got done. And, I know Hugh Campbell really thought very highly of John. We had John do a bunch of stuff at annual dinners or Coach of the Year dinners, which we used to host in Edmonton for many years. Because he was, we kind of thought of him as our guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the couple of things stand out with my interaction with John. Obviously, I think he asked me a few questions back in the day with the Oilers out of pity, but the one was obviously sometimes playing in the media game and jarring back and forth a little bit and telling him how bad his shot actually was. But you have interactions with the media as on the athletic side, and I actually went down, and I think it was just outside of Red Deer. One of my best friends from Vancouver was out at a coach's clinic, and John was there too. And
Yes.
my buddy invited me into the room after for these coaches to kind of debrief the game that they watched, and I felt kind of awkward going in there. And I saw John. I go, and sometimes you think, as an athlete, what does this media guy know? What is he telling questions? But I listened to John talk about the game that just had transpired, and his hockey knowledge. That was the first thing that took me a step back a little bit. Like, he really knew the game of hockey, and I was like, wow, this guy. It didn't surprise me. Let's just say that he was in the coach's room, kind of holding court, talking about a game in an elite camp.
Well, and thank you for raising that, because John had, I believe, the highest level of accreditation you can have for coaching in the province. And he played, as I mentioned earlier, at Notre Dame. He was a Hound, and he was a good hockey player in his own right. Very intense, as John was intense on a lot of things, as I would come to know over the years. But John was. He obviously is people, like you, Joaquin, you look at the game differently. For someone like me, it just looks like a lot of people's moving very quickly and doing stuff that I can't even sort of comprehend. But John, the game made sense to him. And that's why I think he had great success coaching kids. And he loved it. He loved it. He loved it. Like when John's cancer was starting to advance, and we would talk almost daily. We had a friendship that then morphed into, because of my condition and what he was going through, we were brothers in arms. And, John was in some considerable pain many days. And, I'd say, like, have you ever thought, John, maybe just pump the brakes a bit and get selfish? Because you're pushing yourself hard here. You're going... you're heading to the rink at 6 p.m. You got to do 2 hours there. You're coming home. Then you're going to work your job the next day at the Cross Cancer for the Alberta Cancer Foundation. And he just said, I'm not wired that way. And, in there is, I guess to all of us on some level is, go hard. Go hard. Live it. And he lived it right to the end.
Yeah, Dave, he was an absolute pleasure. Like I said, as growing up watching him and then getting to work with him in my first year with the Elks, getting to know him really well. We always had great conversations, and a big loss for Edmonton, the Edmonton community, the Edmonton sports scene for sure. But he will be remembered as one of the greats because, like I said, his run there at Global was outstanding, and it's a tough day for you, my friend. Condolences to you and to the Sexsmith family, of course. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your afternoon to share some stories about John Sexsmith.
Oh, I appreciate it, guys. It's, I brought Kleenex just in case, but, it lifts me up, and I'm sure it does for others, to be able to talk about him and celebrate all the good things he brought to, the many lives he was involved in. He lived in the media, yes, and that's what he's perhaps best known for, but he was doing great things with ACF, and, he was, and I'll just close on this, when I was diagnosed, he reached out early, often, and one day he said, you need to phone this number, and it was the number for the Alberta Cancer Exercise Program, ACE, and he got me introduced there, and it was, excuse me, it was life-changing, as he told me it would be. And so, it helps rebuild your body through exercise and your mind at the worst time in your life when you're so diminished. And John, it involved going to an old brick building at the U of A, Corbett Hall, in the middle of November, late January, when it's cold. And the last thing you want to do is get up when you're sick and you just don't want to go. But he would say, you got to do the work. And I'd be in there, and John would come around the corner, and he was doing his workout, but he'd always check in on me, and I won't forget that. Ever.
J-Mo, you're a great friend. You're a great guy. We love you, J-Mo. Enjoy the week. It's going to be a tough one here for sure. All the best this weekend, and I'm sure we'll see you soon, my friend.
Take care. Thanks, guys.
It's Dave Jamieson, former host on 1260. Worked for the Elks when I was there. A good friend of all of ours.
Oh, yeah.
And a sad day for the Sexsmith family. Rest in peace, John Sexsmith, one of the great ones here in the media to do it. And great, I didn't know the hockey knowledge part of it.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
I didn't know he went to Notre Dame too.
Yeah, well, that's where you play.
Yeah,
yeah. That's it. Well, we thank JMO for his time. Obviously, a very tough day for him, and it's loses a very close friend. So once again, condolences to the Sexsmith family. Edmonton Sports Talk is with you and thinking of you as we move forward here. We got to get out here because Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up. We got to quickly do our parlay for inside the numbers for Play Alberta. Gage, what do you got?
I've got Frank Nazar a point.
Okay. Benny?
Kirill Kaprizov, power play point.
Power play point.
Yep. Believe.
Okay, I'm going Keller goal.
Nice.
I like it.
I like this.
Hey, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for
just do it, baby.
We'll be back tomorrow for the pregame show. It's the three of us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wild time here.
It's weekend afternoon.
As we tee up the Edmonton Oilers. We might just do F1. I don't know.
We might.
Yeah, we might. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy all the games and all the sports. We love you. Chowders.